Oh boy.
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
Scatter! Here you are.
Oz revealed by... Let's dance.
The process of elimination.
By royal decree. Don't be scared.
Into space. Move or beat me. Slow. Way ahead of you.
You play. Yep.
Excuse me. Feeling lucky today? Into space.
Just like we rehearsed. Hey, go away. Oz reveal thyself.
You want this? You are not welcome. Way ahead of you.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Don't be scared.
Pulverize! Siege it!
Off we go. Out of the frying pan, into the... Heat. Up. Get up. Hit. Boba, get them! Teamwork is trick. Eat this!
Witness the power of Goodwa. Know my sword. Huh? Surrender and be gentle.
Let's light it up! Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
I'm going in.
You're toast!
Check this out.
Nice and spicy!
Dodge this.
Motion to compel! Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Don't get too close.
Hey, yeah!
Oh, so soft. Free.
Time for your arraignment!
Here's the
the world holds deep. Here is but a backdrop of constant. I stand before it, alone and... Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
The prophecy in Fontaine.
Perfect.
The only ones for the job.
All it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
Huh?
I came across this commission. It seems simple. With the reputation of the
Well, that's us for sure.
If it proves to be beyond your...
Okay, so...
This commission was jointly but the problem is...
They're all from the same village, but they don't even know his name.
Unlikely. Besides, putting up in any case...
Alright then, let's go! We made it to Vamara Village! Why don't we talk to some of the villagers to learn a little bit more about...
Hello there. You looking to buy something?
Oh, no, we're...
Ah, so you're here about... To be honest, we aren't holding. We pretty much had...
So, this person we're looking for, what's his...
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I know it may seem... We just don't... At least that's...
Alright.
Young guy. I chat...
Now that you've started...
But of course, there aren't many...
Could he have just...
No.
Huh. If this commission is really as challenging as Cather made it out to be, we're gonna need to carry out a very detailed investigation. shattered. Help! Boba! Get them!
Off we go. Ow! Let's light it up. That's gonna hurt in the morning. Ow! I'm going in. Get with me.
Shine down! At the frying pan,
Let's light it up. Dissipate.
illusion shattered! Boba! Get them!
Let's light it up.
Into the wind.
Allow me!
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Embrace the ice.
Yeah!
Cut down. Light. You win.
The insolent punish.
The wind knows how to get careless.
Take flight.
Let's move clouds high. The birds call.
My apologies. Sakura swirl. Justice will prevail. Pertinent.
Press on! Leave it!
Whirling.
Yeah.
Drop your weapons. Be gone. Take flight.
It's fine. Wind strike.
Allow me!
Final warning. My apologies. Transgression. Hands where I can see 'em. Stand down.
Rest and rebuild!
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night. Into the wind.
Embrace the ice. Do not attempt to resist. Stop right there.
One with nature.
Whirling snow.
Hold the line!
My apologies.
Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud.
Let my magic...
Justice will prevail. Final warning.
Pardon me!
One with nature. That hurts. Wind strike.
Allow me!
Clouds high. The bird.
Sakura swirl. Whirling. You asked for it.
The wind knows me.
So rude! Allow me!
Drop your weapon.
Into the wind. A gift for you. Wind strike. Surprise. Fallen leaves. Adorn my night. The wind knows me.
My hands right. Embrace the ice.
Rest and
Final warning! Whirling snow! Forgive my prior inconsideration.
Allow me.
One with nature.
Hold the line.
My apologies. Unthinkable. The right choice times are fleeting. Take flight.
Rebuild.
Final warning. Whirling.
Wind strider.
There is no... Stand with me. Everybody stand.
Eat this.
Out of my way.
Now you shall perish.
Shine down. Transcendal.
Our bond is strong. Going in. Being terrified.
Inazuma shines eternal. There is no escape.
Everybody stand up, little bit. Let's light it up.
Eat this.
Now you shall perish. Illusion shattered.
I'm going in. I'm being terrified.
There is no escape.
Nice and spicy.
Adventure time. Stand with me.
Illusion shattered.
Boba, get them.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Pay your dues.
Into the wind.
Allow me. Covenant of the deep.
As one with wind and cloud.
Kamisato art. So then, stop right there.
One with nature.
Journey ends here, Lord of Sand.
The winds
Raise
move.
and storm.
Sacrifice is ready.
Hold the line.
Clouds high. The birds
Where
call.
do you think you're going? Embrace the ice. My You asked for it. Final warning. Whirling.
Into the wind.
Allow me.
Time to go. nature.
Take flight.
Into the wind.
Hold the line.
As one with wind and cloud.
Whirling snow. Final warning. Kamisato out. Sumetsu.
Goodbye.
Take
We'll
flight.
meet again.
The abyss.
The wind knows it.
Stand down. Stop right there.
Rest and rebuild.
Justice will
Clouds high. The birds call.
My apologies.
Be with
Unthinkable.
of grace.
Whirling snow. Drop your weapons.
One with nature.
The gift of grace.
Take
Hear the truth.
Wind strider.
Hear the
Stop right there. My apologies. Embrace the ice.
peace be with you.
Drop your weapons.
The name of the
Whirling.
Hold the line.
Wind strider.
power.
Hands where I can see them.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
My apologies.
And hope find you. The power
Unthinkable.
revelation shall set you free.
Take flight.
Rest and rebuild.
Grace be upon you. Peace and hope find you. Peace and hope
Whirling snow.
find you. The truth shall set you free.
Justice will prevail. Stop right there.
Grace be upon you.
Take flight.
Peace and hope find you.
Final warning.
Wind strider.
Whirling snow.
Free.
Allow me.
Grace be upon
Take
you.
flight. So rude. Shine, our bond is strong. Teamwork is I'll settle this. There is no escape. Now you shall perish.
Let's get down to business.
Shine down. Everybody stand back.
My blade.
Out, frying pan. Into the fire.
Lightning, Spirit Bomb. Inazuma shines eternal.
Finally,
There is no escape. Dissipate.
Nice and spicy.
Now you shall perish. Shine down. Dead with me.
Out the frying pan. shines eternal! Shine down!
Everybody stand out of my way!
Lola, get them! You're toast! Now you shall perish! Nice and spicy!
Let's light it up! Why do they never miss? I'm going in!
Hey, yeah! At the frying pan!
Torn to oblivion! There is no escape!
Teamwork is dead with me!
Nice and spicy! You're toast! Lightning terrible!
Inazuma shines eternal!
A lost lamb.
Whirling snow!
Fight your salvation. Be still. No!
Hands right!
One more sin on your soul.
Hold the line!
Lies within you.
Drop your weapons! Take flight!
Allow me!
Fight your salvation. Scour my soul.
Stand down!
All who have sinned must pay.
You asked for it!
Hold the line!
Time to go.
My apologies!
Clouds high. The birds call.
Sakura swirl! Take flight! Stop right there!
Rest and revamp!
Wind strike.
The unholy dross. Fight your salvation.
Final warning! Justice will prevail!
One more sin upon
Whirling-
your soul.
Wind strike.
Stop right there!
Allow me!
The unholy dross. Fight your
Billowing
salvation.
Final warning! Hands where I can see 'em!
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night. Into the wind.
Take flight!
Righteous retribution. Of your sins.
Embrace the ice! Justice will...
Wind strike.
My apologies!
one with wind and cloud.
One more sin upon your soul.
Whirling snow! Coming to art! Sumetsu! You asked for it! My
Clouds high. The birds.
Fight for salvation. Sin must pay.
hands where I can see 'em!
One more sin upon your soul.
Yeah! Stop right there!
Wind strikes.
Barely begun.
Whirling
Fallen leaves. Adorn.
Sakura swirl! Drop your weapons!
Salvation.
Take flight! Justice will prevail! Rest, rebuild!
One more sin upon your soul.
Clouds high. The birds call.
Of your sins.
My apologies! Coming to art! Sumet! Hands where I can see!
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory. the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging. The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
It's that guests I hear.
Hi, Grandpa Amadea. We're here to help you look for the guy that's gone missing.
Ah, so that's what brings you to these parts. Coming all this way.
Could you tell us a bit about him?
Of course.
I'm happy to help any way I can. With my failing eyesight, I'm afraid I can't offer much about his appearance. But I do remember hearing the sound of his voice. Not recently, of course. That loss has left me feeling quite empty. I don't think his parents are still living in the village. But somehow he never seemed lonely. In fact, he was usually the one offering companionship to others. He would often take time to visit the elderly or play with the orphans in the village. And whenever someone had something on their mind, he was there to listen with open ears. He always knew just what to say. As the village chief...
Wow. He seems like such a nice... But, you would never... it's okay. Well, Traveler, what do you think? Paimon thinks so too, and nobody has been able to tell us anything about his family or where he lived. It's like this guy's been erased from reality or something. Wait, so... Okay, Paimon...
You two are the adventurers who just arrived, right? You're here for the Vamara Village Commission?
Yep, sure are. We were just looking into the case.
I'm so glad to hear that. Thank goodness you haven't given up. I've been so worried the Adventurers Guild might cancel our commission. My name is Atosa, by the way. I grew up here in Vamara Village. Anyway, I just wanted to say, please keep searching for a missing villager. I'm begging you.
Yeah, no need to worry. We'll give it our best shot. So, were you close to the missing villager? Are there any leads you...
I'm not sure this counts as a lead, but follow me. There's a...
Researching human physiology is so much more interesting than fatal research.
Let me just take a few more days.
Is this the place? Under this tree?
Yep. I know it doesn't look like much, but this place is very meaningful to me. It's so full of memories. We used to always sit together under this tree and talk. Sometimes we would look up at the clouds in the sky, or... I was actually adopted by the people of Vamara Village. The forest rangers found me in the woods as a child. I was surrounded by such good people, and growing up in the village was so lively. Still, there were times when I couldn't help...
Alone?
How should I put it? When something's bothering you, or when you have good news to share, you always want to talk about it with somebody. But for the longest time, I didn't know who I could talk to. Everyone has their own problems to deal with. Even if I might want to confide in others, I don't want to become a burden. Really? You know exactly how I feel? You're quite lucky. When it comes to our missing villager, well... I guess no matter what came my way, I knew I could always talk to him. He was so thoughtful and pure. And patient, too. Ever since he disappeared, there's been so much... No, none of those things matters now.
Wow. You two must have been really close. Did he ever tell you anything about himself?
He mostly just talked about interesting things he saw around the village. Oh, right! I did ask him about his parents once. But all he said was... I didn't know whether that meant they had left the village or passed away, and I didn't want to pry.
Still not much to go off of.
Look at me. Talking your ear off and still nothing to show for it. I'm sorry I wasn't more help. The last time I talked this much in one go was when we were still together. Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk. Time always passed by really slowly.
Well, time always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler? Hey, look at those hilly trails over there. The Abyss Order. Uh-oh, we've been spotted! Quick, get ready to fight!
Illusion shattered! The wind knows me. Time to go. There is no escape. One with nature. Torn to oblivion. Into the wind. Final warning. As one with wind and cloud. Illusion shattered. Drop your weapons.
Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting monsters to show up.
It was no trouble.
Now that I think about it, the hilly trolls around Vermont, they seem agitated and would often attack anything in sight. Chief...
Maybe the Abyss Order... Well, we should head back and check out the situation in Vimaraville. Wait a second. The person... It's Dane's...
Ah, it's you two.
Oh, a friend of yours? Well, I'll leave you all to it then. I should head back to the village and check up on...
Yep, see you later, Atosa! Why do you always have to pop up out of nowhere like that? Is it your
It's hardly personal, or intentional for that matter. As long as you and I are both in pursuit of the Abyss Order, we're bound...
Ah, so you're here to investigate the Abyss Order then. That would explain the monsters you were
Naturally. Hold on. Are you not here for the same purpose? No matter. It may have taken you a while to catch on, but I'm sure the Abyss Order is most certainly planning something in this area. Or worse.
So you think the Abyss Order is behind the hilly trail activity in the area?
As things stand, I highly doubt that is their primary motive.
Still, the hilly trail activity is causing a lot of problems for the people here. We should stick around for a while and protect the village.
The best way to protect them is by figuring out what the Abyss Order is truly planning. That is how we prevent further tragedy. And you shall have them. I never intended to hide anything from you. Don't worry. There should be ample time to talk. Ah. So that was the commission that brought you here to... Someone who seems to only exist in people's memories. That is indeed quite intriguing. It appears all we have by way of clues is increased hilichurl activity. And that is certainly not much to go off of.
Right! That mysterious voice she heard in her brother's memory. The one who called himself a sinner. Who is he?
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you? I sense hesitation in your words. After all, there's still hope for the two of you to reconcile. The sinner you wish to know about. His situation. His name, I'm loath to admit.
Your brother?
There were 5 of them. The 5 sinners of Kanria. The wise, Roptatir. The visionary, Vedderfolnir. No matter how eroded my memory may become, I will never forget their names.
Wait, some of those names sound really familiar. Rhindaughter is the one who created Albedo. Sertology is Skirk's master. And the one we just learned about, Dane's brother, Vedderfolnir. If he was the voice of the sinner...
They were once people of great esteem in Kanria. Those who carried the hopes of the nation. They were the best of their people. 6 of us. Together. We should have been the ones to prevent the disaster. The ones to stop the Vinster King from... Yet, deep within, the 5 of them craved something more. They could not resist the call of the Abyss, and divided them, so they became sinners, but also transcendent beings, each in possession of... And when the cataclysm occurred, not one of them stood up in defense of their nation. Not one came forward to prevent the tragedy, and for that, they shall never... Indeed, if they are not stopped, the day is sure to come when they will also betray the entire world. Of course. As I said, I never intended...
So, Dane, what have you been looking into?
I've continued to investigate the questions surrounding the Loom of Fate. By retrieving the eye of the first field tiller, we were able to stop part of their plan from coming to fruition.
Oh, Paimon remembers! Weren't they going to use it to corrupt Osile and make a god or something?
Indeed. The eye was integral to... There are many signs.
Then, what should we do?
Our most pressing based on the intel I've...
The ley lines?
Traveler, my recent investigation...
Wait.
It's certainly possible. I'll join your investigation tomorrow. This missing persons case could very well turn out to be the key to unravel...
Well, if we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try investigating somewhere a little further away tomorrow. Tired. Paimon used way too much brain juice yesterday. It's all Dane's fault saying all that complicated stuff. Well, let's go find Dane. We've got a lot to do today.
security and surveillance patrol is just one of the many branches of the Maison Gardiennage. We have a more daring way of doing things, with some in the Maison Gardiennage.
Dane? Hello, Dane? Did something happen?
The missing per...
Oh, young guy.
There appear memories of him.
Maybe...
No, it wasn't a dream, and I'm certain I've never met this person before. I remember handing him the eye of the first...
What? Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with...
Indeed.
Wait then. But why would he do...
Whatever the
What sort of...
that their goal is still... I am the only person who knows its look. Your concerns are not entirely... However, come with me.
Oh, so you're going to take us to where you hid it?
Of course.
Stop right there! Drop your weapons! Off we go!
So you hid it way out here? Not an easy place to discover, that's for sure. Well, let's go check to see if it's safe.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
Hey, wait up!
Shine down!
The wind knows it.
There
There is no escape!
One with nature.
Shine down!
It appears the mechanisms here have changed over time. You can access the upper floor through the side door. Perhaps you should try reactivating the mechanism over there.
Time to go.
I'm going in!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Stop right there!
There is no escape! Now you shall perish! Huh.
Make sure all the runes are pointing in the direction indicated by the light. That should unlock the mechanism. The door's open. Let's go. Our destination is just up ahead.
Looks like we can't go any further.
Be on your guard. I sense the presence of the...
It's the Abyss Order! They're here! Drop your weapons! Teamwork is trick!
Clouds high. The birds?
You asked for it!
Inazuma shines eternal! Shine down!
Final warning! Let's light it up! Everybody stiff? That's gonna hurt in the morning. Hands where I can see them.
Been shattered! Wind strike!
Winter is nigh.
Let's light it up!
Just as I suspected. The false memories were a trap. The Abyss Order just wanted to follow us here. Now that they're in the vicinity, we should have a chance to see...
Dane? What's wrong?
Can you feel that? There's been a disturbance in the ley lines.
Wow, you must be really sensitive to that sort of thing.
You too. Do as I say. Use that mechanism over there and leave this place. The Abyss Order is putting something in motion. If you return to Vimara Village, I suspect... Just think of it as a way to divide and conquer. I knew going along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
You risked your safety, and that of the Eye. That's quite the gamble, Dainsleif. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap laid by the Twilight Sword.
So you came here all on your own? What about those...
When the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. Better that I face you alone. I know you must have a lot to say, but if it's a conversation you want...
The Abyss Order's on the move. The ley lines are all out of whack. We better hurry back to Vimara Village and see what's going on.
Time to go.
Hey, look at those hilly trails over there. Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago?
In the New World, they bade farewell to the shrouded sun. At last, such was the price they paid, and thus their soul...
Did you hear that? What was that sound just now? It sounded so gentle. Could that voice... Oh, this is weird. What? Looks like the same thing is happening over here, too.
You see, we're both still here. We've reclaimed an endless amount of time. Release your tears.
Over there. It looks like they're sleeping.
In the end, sleep well, Father. When you awake, that which differ...
It almost sounds like a poem or... Well, now that the hilly trails have calmed down, Vimara Village should be safe at least. let's put this situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our chance to find the missing Grandpa Medea, is everyone all right? The Abyss Order seems to be up to something nearby.
The Abyss Order? This is the thank you for your concern, but
Well, that's good to hear. Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues about the missing villager while we were...
So...
Huh? You know, the young guy from Vamara Village. The one you've been looking for all this time. You posted a that's kind of the whole reason...
Ah, I do apologize, you two. I hope I'm not... At least right now, I can't seem to recall whatever it is you're referring...
But how is that? All right. Something's definitely not right. We just talked to Grandpa Amadea about the missing villager. There's no way What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone's memories of the missing villager have been erased again? You're right.
Researching human physiology is so much more interesting than fatal research.
Someone's gone missing? Who?
Just as expected. That guy you said a bunch of nice things about earlier? The one you always used to chat. He's around 20 years old.
Oh, I know who.
Really? You remember?
There aren't many young people who've earned that kind of praise from me. If you're certain that's what I said, then there's only one person who fits the bill. No doubt about it. But why'd you say he's gone missing? Yeah, I just saw him leave the village. There was someone else with him, too. They couldn't have gone.
Strange. Bayram seems to remember him. And apparently he just saw him. Do you think maybe it's not that there's something wrong with people's memories, but that we've...
Just like what happened. Just like what... No. Baram still remembers him. If we really did... Time travel is extremely difficult to perform. The current situation... If this person...
Right! Paimon totally forgot about the ley line disturbances. We're in someone else... Just like how you entered your sibling's memory last time. That would also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went missing. It's a memory after all. Right. If he's someone who... But didn't Bayron just... Who knows how long this ley line disturbance is gonna... Good idea! We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to... Right! Does it maybe...
All the memory... If time was... There's a difference. Maybe not.
No wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit! That's the tell of the fake memories! The implanted memories are basically taking place out... If the memories included the regular passage of time, it would be easy for people to tell that something was... Like there could be overlap or something. People might start... That's why he made...
The color of... Dainsleif had...
Oh, right! That's
come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours.
Yep, that has to be it! This is definitely Atosa's memory. Yeah, that's where they'll be.
Time to go.
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. She just talks like that out of habit. She's not trying to scare the children on purpose. Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. It's okay if you don't. You...
Oh, I think you're an incredibly strong and you'll meet many amazing people and live a very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
Huh? Are those your friends over there?
Oh, right! This version of it.
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to find me. So, I should see what they need. I'm sorry, Atosa. We'll have to
Another time, huh? Yeah.
It's nice to see you, Traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
Born in your car.
Oh. You know me? That's quite the surprise. I don't believe I've met you before. Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it? This is Atosa's memory. I came here to say goodbye to her, but I suppose I'll just leave her a message instead. Come. I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world after all. It's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host. I've always hoped. Extreme sorrow and pain. Hope and regret coursing through your veins. And a degree, Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, I would become the loom of fate. But, despite his intentions for me, in truth, I died. The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left over within the loom of fate. As for your question, the Loom of Fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines. In its primitive form, it can only be used to create and implant memories. But, as more of it is once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level ability to influence memories. But it also becomes a tool that can change the Yes, I have the ability to control the loom in its semi-completed. After all, that. I was wrong to implant those memories. I'm sorry I caused so much trouble. Not only for everyone in the village, but for you. I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this, as if... I know it. Why would I do something so meaningless? But I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. What kind of person I would be. What other people would think of me. Chief Ahmadiyya, Baram, Granny Jahiyat, Atosa. What would it be like if I could live alongside them? No cataclysm, no curse. Just a quiet life in a peaceful village. I was curious, so I selfishly tried to have my own life. Even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. I know it sounds stupid. After all, any chance at living was stripped away from me. Even the form you see before you was... I know. But there's nothing I can do to make them find me. If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it all. I know. Captain Dainsleif. Twilight's sword, you mean? No need to meet up with him. Things should already be settled on his end. Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the fact that I'm able to talk to you in my consciousness like this, the loom of fate has already been completed. No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason he lost the eye was because I happened to guess exactly what Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time. His plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on their... He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location. That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the Eye all at once. A very thorough plan. That's right, because in his mind, before you two entered that false location.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
That was when I implanted the memory of him handing you the Eye. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of the ordinary. I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. And to do... I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you, but I truly have no idea what the... Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor extend the ones that already exist. In the face of everything they could be in any case, I had... You remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alberic. I believe you saw him in your sibling's memory. After he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my hilichurl form, I suffered. To comfort me, my father told me a story. That this was a fairy tale world where I had to take on the form of a little monster. That story managed to dispel my fears. Even if just for my goal was simple, to implant a specific memory into the minds of the hilichurls. In that memory, I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. Implanting those memories, that was the most worthwhile thing I could offer. All that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied to the Loom of Fate. In truth, that trace of my consciousness should have dissipated long ago. My goal was the one thing that allowed me to hold on all this time. But now, the
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one last time. Kari Bear's consciousness is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too. Well, how about a conversation? The chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. Wouldn't you agree? That battle earlier was tough. The one against Dane, I mean. I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me. Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even after 500 years. The Loom of Fate, huh? Before the heavenly principles awaken. Yes. For 500 years now. Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne. Yes? Such a flagrant disregard for the rules. And still Celestia took no action. I suppose that's proof enough of the Heavenly Principles situation. However, the Heavenly Principles will awaken. We just don't know when that will be. Or what might trigger it. You could say that. Just look at Car. Even as a hilly churl, seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right to exist? Of course, that's only one example. My feelings about the heavenly principles are too complicated to explain in just a few words. Lumine?
You're the only one in this world who calls me that. There's so much I wanted to ask you. But for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now. There's just... why?
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end. Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together. You told me. You wanted to have a place like that suddenly. Well, what do you think of that?
You mean?
I miss you too, Lumine. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer, I don't even know how to face myself sometimes. Let alone my own sister. This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able... In fact, aside from our ability to physically interact with each other, There's something else you should know about this space. With Kari Bear gone, we won't be able to remember anything that happened. Everything in this space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
You're only telling me this now?
Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that they saw us sleeping near the village yesterday. They couldn't wake us up no matter how hard they tried, so they decided to just... Oh, and Dane came by just now. It looked like he was injured. He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were all right and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but that's Dane for ya. Let's think for a second. We were in that memory, and he was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that, Paimon doesn't remember what happened. Wait, really? What is... Well, what happened after that?
Ah, there you are. Sleep well?
Bayram, you sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. It's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. It didn't feel right to leave all the searching to the adventurer. So there we were, searching away, when suddenly this one guy said it all came back. According to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree outside the village, and he saw our missing villager. There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later, and after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Kind of strange that we forgot. Oh, and we also remembered his name, Kari Bear. Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner. Well, I hope he's happy wherever he is, and we're all relieved now that we know what happened.
Seems like everyone thinks Kari Bear left the village. That's probably for the best. At least they have some sort of explanation now. Paimon wonders... Paimon didn't see her in the village... Hey, Atosa, how's it going?
Oh, it's you two. I was part of the search party, so I remember what happened to Kari Bear now. Honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important. He always seemed to appear out of nowhere, and now he left just as quickly. If Kari Bear wants me to forget about the time we spent together, then I'm willing to try. I relied on him for a lot of things, but I'm sure with enough time, even the deepest... okay, I'll admit. I'm just putting on a brave face. I was dumped, wasn't I? Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without saying goodbye? You don't need to comfort me. It's just like Kari Bear said. It's the things we overcome that make life more precious. And you know, if he has a heart, maybe he'll come back and... Anyway, thanks for all your hard work, you...
Well, that should be it, right? Everyone's lives can go... Oh, right! A picture? Where'd that come from?
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.